Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Madison Square Gardens for a super evening of boxing here on Eurosport.
Ladies and gentlemen, this next bout is scheduled for 10 rounds, and it's in the heavyweight division.
Coming up first of all, as our ring announcer tells us, Michael Dokes, redoubtable Michael Dokes against Danny Sutton.
First in the blue corner, wearing the dark blue trunks with the light blue trim. He tipped in at an even 232 pounds.
Danny Sutton here then, waiting quietly in his corner.
He has 28 wins, 17 losses.
Been around a long time, Danny Sutton in the ring, as is his opponent Michael Dokes, but we're going to see an effervescent, I think, Danny Sutton really coming out of it tonight to try and get at Michael Dokes.
And a paramount, Danny Smiley Sutton. And his opponent in the red corner.
Over the other corner, Michael Dokes, been fighting for 3 decades now, former world heavyweight champion.
139 pounds. Now this fine gentleman has 46 wins, 3 losses, 2 draws with 31 knockouts.
A couple of those losses, of course, were to Harry Coetzee, the South African, when he lost his title in 1983. Michael's been around a long, long time. Michael Dokes there, and coming up against Danny Sutton here at the Madison Square Garden this evening. Scheduled for 10, live heavyweight tournament coming right up.
Hey Michael, we're boxing under the rules of the New York State Athletic Commission. I expect a clean fight, protect yourself at all times, shake hands, about boxing at the bell.
Here we go then, scheduled for 10, Dokes against Danny Sutton. Both guys here, big gentlemen this evening. Well over 200 pounds each, as you heard the ring announcer say. Strong guys. Michael Dokes there, a moment of quiet in his corner. Michael, of course, has had a troublesome time as a fighter and as a human being. Many think he lost his 1983 heavyweight title to Harry Coetzee, the South African, because he was taking one of those illegal substances. Anyway, coming up then, Michael Dokes against Danny Sutton, scheduled for 10, round 1. Here we go from Madison Square Gardens. Michael Dokes, the white shorts, quite big around the middle these days, as is Danny Sutton. Both fighters, as I said, been around a long time.
Keep them up already. Keep them up, Danny.
Danny Sutton be told to keep those punches right up. Michael Dokes there looking around, just trying to get that good right of his going. Michael Dokes being in the ring, of course, with a lot of greats. Evander Holyfield had a go with him in 1989. Michael Dokes, of course, lost that one. Dokes more recently has had a go with Razor Ruddock and lost that one. Dokes has been in this ring, as I said, for nearly 20 years now. Now 34 years of age, Michael Dokes. A veteran, I suppose, in this game, but of course, the veterans in the heavyweight division are still there. Michael Dokes obviously hoping, if he can put himself right back in the picture, to have a chance like George Foreman at the big one, Evander Holyfield, once again for a world heavyweight title crack, and of course a few $1 million in the bank account. Anyway, tonight I'm sure Michael Dokes not fighting for $1 million, a lot less, but here he is in round 1, coming forward into Danny Sutton here. Danny Sutton, a journeyman fighter these days, been around a long time, also going against quite a few good heavyweights in his time, providing a useful opposition here to Michael Dokes tonight as he tries to come back into the picture as a recognized heavyweight. Dokes, of course, gone through long periods of inactivity in his career, a few fights here and there, a year off, but always managed to come back into the ring and give a good account of himself. A strong man, a big man, trying to put these punches together to get after Danny Sutton here this evening at Madison Square Garden. Both fighters here just feeding each other out. Dokes trying to get himself going in here with a right if he can, that real good knockout punch of his. Taking a few shots here from Danny Sutton. Danny Sutton comes in, holds on, pushes back, hits Dokes on the break there. Referee not liking that at all. Cut that out. Wild swings here from Danny Sutton. Dokes just ducking out the way, taking those in his stride, going over his shoulder. I think Sutton's come here to lean on, try and terrorize Dokes if he can a little bit. Dokes coming back, trying to dig into the body. Swinging left once again from Danny Sutton. Catches Dokes high up on the gloves. Sutton just Leaning on, that's his game plan. Try and get a few punches in, hold Dokes. Dokes may not be the fittest guy around these days, but he sure can hit if he gets going. Plenty of bulk there. End of round one. Very even Steven round on my card. Neither fighter really getting going. As we see up in the corners of each fighter now. No consternation as yet. Here's the slow-mo from Dokes. A good right going into Danny Sutton, followed by a nifty little left there into the ribs of Danny Sutton. That one must have hurt. Round two coming up then. Michael Dokes against Danny Sutton here at Madison Square Gardens this evening. Michael Dokes in the white trunks. Danny Sutton in the blue.
Round two.
Referee brings them together. Round two. Even Steven first round. Dokes coming out again. The schedule for 10. Danny Sutton against Michael Dokes. Dokes, as I said, in the white. Danny Sutton in the blue. Sutton lunging forward, not really getting the measure of Dokes here. Lunging forward, just giving those shots. Most of them picking them off onto Dokes' gloves. Dokes, I get the impression, is waiting here just to try and get one or two good punches off. Dokes coming forward again, that left. Dokes just waiting his time here. I think he knows he can get the measure of Danny Sutton when he feels like it. Sutton coming in once again with that game plan of planting a few and just holding on to Michael Dokes, hoping that Michael would tire himself out. Dokes stepping it up a little bit now. I think he's getting a bit fed up, getting the needle here, getting tired of this, thinking to himself, maybe I can get after this guy after all. So Dokes coming forward, bouncing a little bit, throwing out that left. Crowd here enjoying this heavyweight tournament tonight here at Madison Square Garden, seeing the old warrior Michael Dokes. As I said before, he's been around a long time, been in with some really clever fighters, some good fighters, fought some wonderful fights against Mike Weaver, once when he managed to take the title off him and once when they fought to a memorable draw, and so he retained his title. Well, that was back nearly 10 years ago, and Michael Dokes has moved on since then. Michael Dokes in the ring as a pro since 1976. One of the few boxers around now, I think, who's been fighting through 3 decades. In fact, looking back through the records, there's a heavyweight called George Foreman who's been fighting now through 4 decades. Absolutely unbelievable. And here we have another over 30 heavyweights, all thinking they can cash in on the gravy train at the moment, as Danny Sutton pushes him back. Dokes just take a waneful look at the referee, saying, what is he doing to me? Useful little flurry there from Dokes. Trying to dig up into the midriff here of Danny Sutton, which could be a little bit suspect. Looks a little bit fat and flabby. End of round 2 there. Dokes leisurely comes back to his corner. I think he thinks he might have just shaded that round. Things still very close for these two fighters here at Madison Square Gardens this evening. Michael Dokes then against Danny Sutton. Dokes coming forward. And coming out now into round 3. I don't think Dokes is capable of going 10 rounds unless he has to, and I'm sure he's going to step up the pace now to see if he can't do something here to Danny Sutton to get this evening's payday over so he can get back into the dressing room and carry on with his daily life here. Michael Dokes then coming forward. Sutton also trying to get a few in as usual, haymaking with that left. Dokes bending down. Good shot there from Danny Sutton coming through to Michael Dokes. Annoyed Michael Dokes is now coming to life, swinging those punches. This is what the crowd came for this evening. They want to see Michael Dokes coming at it, landing those blows, giving those punches. good right uppercut there from Dokes, but just caught the side of the chin of Sutton as he came down. Round 3 then here at Madison Square Garden this evening. Michael Dokes in the white against Danny Sutton in the blue. Crowd here shouting, come on Danny, get at it. Well, there's the feeling, I think, that Michael Dokes, when he gets hit, suddenly comes to life and shakes himself out of this lethargy and thinks, well, maybe I can do something this evening after all. Danny Sutton urged on by the crowd to go get him Danny, go get him Danny. Danny is leaning on, trying to go get him there, landing the shots, not doing much to Michael Dokes at this stage. Dokes coming forward relentlessly, trying to throw out the right.
Let him go. You're going to lose a point for holding if you continue. That's the second warning.
Referee warning Danny Sutton there. Stop the holding, you ruin the contest, you're going to lose a point if you do that. At this stage, probably that could sway the fight slightly in favor there of Michael Dokes. On my card, it leaves very even between these two still after 2 rounds. And here we are in round 3 then in Madison Square Garden. Danny Sutton coming forward again. Dokes just taking those blows. Sizing up Danny Sutton as he comes forward. A couple of good shots there from Dokes, lefts and rights, right onto Danny Sutton. Danny Sutton wobbling there. Wobbling on those legs. Dokes is going to come forward again. He knows he's got the measure, I think, of Danny Sutton after those 2 shots. Sutton was wobbling, still not recovering. Shaking his head a little bit. Sutton wobbling, going across the ring here. Dokes coming in, putting some body shots in. Down goes Danny Sutton. Rolls right under the ring there, right under the ropes to the edge of the ring. The referee canning it out. Well, we saw it coming up. Dokes got a couple of shots in about 30 seconds ago. Danny Sutton never recovered. Dokes was able to follow up, although he held off just for a little bit for 1 second. Dokes came forward, put those shots in, put one vicious shot into the body of Danny Sutton. Sutton goes down, goes right under the ropes on the edge of the ring. The referee says that's enough of that, guys. Let's see again in slow-mo. Let's see these shots. There's the left coming through. Dokes coming forward again. Swing the left, swing the right, another right on the button there for Danny Sutton. See the shot from the other angle. Dokes coming across. We can see now Sutton is hurt there. He's starting to wobble. There's where the gas has gone out. The referee letting Dokes come forward to put one more into the body. A rather dangerous shot there, the referee allowing it. Danny Sutton goes under the ropes and he's gone. Danny Sutton not so happy about that, but there it is. Here comes our official verdict from our ring announcer this evening.
2 minutes and 54 seconds of the 3rd round, and a winner by a knockout, Michael Dynamite Dokes.
Dynamite Dokes then gets it, a 3rd round knockout. Michael Dynamite Dokes over Mr. Danny Sutton. Good win there for Michael Dokes. Let's see where he goes next in the heavyweight world.